Hey, hooker.
Hey,
How's it going?
it's going great.
Is it?
It's always going fantastic.
Is that why you've put so much material into the chat this week?
I've just been so busy doing fantastic things.
Let's just start with the one that is at the very top.
Oh, good. I'm ready for this.
Not that one. This is the second one. We're gonna go back to that
Oh,
one in a second. The one about
okay.
you. The one about you.
Oh,
Because I felt like it was so on point.
no, it's really
It
not.
really is though.
No.
All right, hold on. Let me pull my reading finger out. Whoosh. It's out. Listening to podcast 29, I find yes sir, daddy sir odd. She'll take ass to mouth, but will not fuck in a public restroom because she's a germaphobe. To which I responded, great point, and sent it to you and was like, what now, bitch?
And my response was, my ass is different than a stranger's ass.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure people aren't rubbing their asses around the fucking ground of a bathroom.
You don't know that. You have no idea
I
other
would certainly fucking hope not.
people are fucking disgusting. I will tell you that.
You
So,
ever been in a men's bathroom? Yeah, I know.
I'm just not doing it. I don't care. I know where my ass has been. I know what kind of food I eat. I know what my shit looks like. I know what it is because it's me. I'm not going touching other people's shit. I'm not doing it.
I feel like we're off to a bad start. First of all, I think it should always be if it's not a unisex bathroom, it should be in a woman's bathroom. I just, I felt like she made a really good fucking point.
It's not a good point
Like,
whatsoever.
what of you other than your shoes is touching anything in the bathroom unless you're bent over something?
My hands, exactly.
You don't wash your hands in a bathroom? You can't put your hands on the fucking sink?
I can, but I don't want to. That's what I'm saying. I will not do it.
Are you that much of a germaphobe for real?
In a public restroom? Yeah,
Listen,
absolutely.
I don't touch doorknobs and shit. Like, I don't do none of that shit. That's gross in restrooms, in public restrooms. I won't use a public restroom for anything other than to take a fucking piss. I'll fuck a bitch in a fucking restroom.
Then you can fuck all the other bitches in the bathroom, but you're not gonna fuck me in the bathroom. Unless if it's my bathroom or your bathroom, but it's not gonna be a public bathroom.
Listen, I've seen your bathroom, and I've seen the way you put the toilet paper roll. That's not happening.
Oh my god! I
Uh,
thought you were actually gonna have like a good comment about
actually,
like how you
actually,
feel about something.
what I should do is put you on all fours and make you bite the fucking toilet paper roll while I fuck you in your ass, and then make you go ass to mouth.
I mean, that's fine. It's my bathroom.
But I'd have to wash my hands afterwards because your bathroom just it just seems germy. It doesn't really. Her place was spick and span. It doesn't really. I'm just fucking with her.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so let's talk about this other one because obviously it's big in the news and people are going nuts about it. So I'm glad you're well versed or somewhat versed in it because I don't know. It makes for a better
Well,
conversation.
well, I'm younger than you, so I don't remember it, but I have, watched a lot of things and read a lot of
Well,
things.
this is not new. This is okay. Well,
Exactly, it's not new. I was a child.
let's reel it back in for a second. We're talking about R. Kelly, and there's a reason I want to talk about this, but let's continue on. You were a child. I
Like when
This shit has
everything,
been going on for a long time. Everybody knew it was going on. Everybody knows it was going on. It was not a secret. I know people that have witnessed it with their own eyes. Like, this is nothing new. Why it's being brought up again, it doesn't make any sense. If they were going to prosecute him, they should have done it way back when it, people started to know what was going on.
Well, there was a docuseries released on it, and that's why people are talking about it.
I understand that, but why the fuck did they wait 20 years to do that shit?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe some sort of law that they couldn't. Well, I know they couldn't while it was like being covered on trial. And once the trial was over, they could have. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know why they took so long, but I mean, it's out there now, and so that's why there's so much talk about it again.
Yeah, well, I think I'm probably gonna piss some people off with this, but I think some of those chicks are trying to get paid because they weren't getting paid a dime. But my biggest issue with it is this: I definitely think he should be prosecuted for sure. But I think even more so, I'm not trying to say what he did there's anything right or okay with what he's done. There's not. But the parents should be all put on trial too. Their fucking parents should face charges because their parents fucking knew. Their parents allowed the shit. They are just as fucking guilty as he is, in my opinion. And nobody says that. He didn't take a bunch of fucking 14-year-old girls away from their home and their parents didn't know.
Right. Well, I think it's like a case-by-case thing. Because I watched the docuseries. Did you watch it?
Fuck, man, I ain't got time for that shit.
Well, I haven't watched all of it. I think it's 6 episodes, and I've watched 4. So I'm a little over halfway. And
so what do you mean case-by-case basis? What do you...
Well, I mean, I think I completely agree. Like, parents should be prosecuted and stuff. It's child neglect. It's child endangerment. Absolutely.
It's pimping your child out.
Absolutely, it's not okay. But in the docuseries, like I said, I'm not done yet, but there has been some victims' parents interviewed and some victims and whatever. And they said, like, my parents did this, this, and this, or I did this, this, and this. We called the cops. We did this. We showed up at his house. Like, they made all these attempts to try to fix whatever was going on. I mean, every case was different. Some of the girls lived with him or was stuck at his house and couldn't get out.
Right.
And then some of them was just he would see them here and there at a party here and there. It really just depends on who exactly you're talking about, which victim.
The fuck kind of party is he going to a 14-year-old's at?
No, he would invite them to his house.
Okay.
So, some of it sounded like it was a one-time thing or a here and there type thing, but there were some that were being held.
For sure. Absolutely.
And the ones that were being held, parents did what they could. I mean, everybody was getting paid off. Everybody was getting paid off.
There it is. There it is. I don't know. I feel like of all the coverage that I have heard, which is pretty much just on the radio because I really don't pay attention to television, all they're talking about is him, him. And like I said, I'm not trying to defend him whatsoever. I think that he should be prosecuted. I don't think there was anything okay with what he's done, but I think the parents are absolutely fucking just as responsible. I do, and I haven't heard anybody say that. So I just wanted to bring that up and talk about it briefly. Because somebody tried to compare me to him in my DMs.
What?
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's not good. That's not accurate at all.
It's not accurate, but it was completely ignorant. It was like the day after the shit came out, and she was like, "You need to stop having women call you daddy and pissing on women or some shit." I'm like, she's like, "You're just like him." This and I'm like, "The fuck are you talking about, bitch? Just like him? What are you talking about?" Well, what I do is with consenting adults. Period.
She probably just said that because all the victims said "Oh, he wanted me to call him daddy. He always made me call him daddy. Like when we would hang up the phone, he'd be like, "Do you understand?" And if I said yes, he'd be like, "Yes, what? Yes, daddy." I'm like, okay, but you know how many millions of people do that
sounds
are
like
child molesters and child nasty fucks? A lot of people do that, and it's fine.
For sure. I mean, it sounds like a typical dom sub relationship. Obviously, it was not, but First of all, I don't make anybody call me daddy. They do that shit on their own because I earn that shit. I don't have to tell nobody call me daddy, bitch. You're gonna call me daddy. Trust me. I'm gonna earn that title. I always do. But that shit pissed me off. That shit really pissed me off. Like the fact that somebody would compare me to that. And I don't know, like, because we use the same word. Like, really? The same fucking word.
Right.
I didn't even get pissing on bitches from him. That was straight up off of porn. I swear to God.
A bunch of people do that too. Like,
I know.
That's the thing about it. Like the details of like the things, like the sexual things he liked, like girls calling him daddy or pissing on a girl. Like that's not out of the ordinary, but it's out of the ordinary when you're 31 and she's 15.
Well,
that's out of the ordinary.
When it first came,
that's what the problem is.
When it first came out, it actually was out of the ordinary, the pissing thing. But then I came along and I made pissing on bitches cool. So you're welcome, R. Kelly. You're fucking welcome. They're not even going to look at you funny about that anymore. It's just
we should have him on the podcast.
Oh, I'm sure he would jump at that opportunity. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I got on that. What was I gonna say? Fuck. I don't fucking remember what the fuck I was gonna say. This is why we have such a good podcast. Oh, so a lot of people, did you get any messages from people wanting us to have the therapist on?
Oh, yes. And, that reminds me, the therapist actually
I synced it.
Messaged me. He messaged me. Oh, did he screenshot it and show it to you?
Yeah, he sent it to me. I posted it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny. You did the I want you.
You're all weird.
I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Okay. So I think what we'll do, instead of taking calls, because I think that'll be too much of a pain in the ass, we'll put it out there. I guess we're going to have to do it all this week, that we're taking questions for a therapist that we're going to have on. Obviously, we're not going to, take all of them, but we'll take the best ones and we'll get him to answer it. I don't want him to therapy me at all.
I would love to have a therapy session.
You can have one. You can have one. I have zero fucking interest in that whatsoever. I already know what a piece of shit I am. I don't need a doctor to fucking tell me. So next week we will do that, and that should be interesting. I like, he's a sick fuck. Like, I've had conversations with him. He's he's not right.
He's not right.
Most therapists aren't. They usually have like the worst issues.
I can't wait to meet him.
I think it'll be very entertaining, to say the least. Especially to find out what the fuck is wrong with you.
There's a lot wrong with me. Yeah, we don't have enough time for that. But like I said, he can FaceTime me if he wants to continue.
Don't fall asleep on him.
I don't think I've ever fallen asleep on FaceTime.
That's where I went wrong.
I have on the phone. Or like texting.
Yeah, texting, I know. On the phone? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I've fallen asleep on the phone.
This sexting is so high. This what do they call it? This phone sex is so hot I passed out. That's great. Let's see. What does this person ask? I'm going to read it how it's written, but we're going to make it pertain to both of us because I want to hear your answer on this.
Oh, God.
Question for you for the podcast.
I knew it was going to be this one.
What would your ex-girlfriends or past relationships say about you? Did those relationships end because of cheating? Let's start with you.
Okay. My exes would say that I'm the best thing that ever happened to them.
You are a lying-ass bitch. Got away. You are a lying-ass bitch.
Absolutely not. I am not lying.
Are you being serious?
Absolutely.
Why did they say that about you? You still suck them off from time to time?
Huh?
You still suck them off from time to time?
No, but they try.
They would say you're the greatest person in the world.
And I'm the one that got away.
The one that got away. Jesus. That's sad.
What would they say about you?
Oh, man. Hold on. Did any of them end in cheating?
One, I guess you could say, kind of, yeah.
Did you cheat or he cheated?
We cheated on each other. He got caught and I didn't.
Oh, so then he cheated.
Yeah.
You didn't cheat. It's not cheating if you don't get caught. Like, seriously, it's not.
Well, yeah. So there's that, and he's an asshole.
What would they say about me? Wow. You know, that's a loaded question. And I think it's probably like, I don't want to say 50-50. It's probably, fuck, man. I don't know. I guess it depends on if they're still salty, for one. I think
Salty from what?
probably 3 out of 4 don't like me. But then, you know, there's one here or there that will be like, nah, he's cool. He's cool. You know, I'm the one that got away.
I'm sure you are.
What can I say? Ruin their lives. What are you going to do? So I think there's a lot of women that probably have a lot of animosity towards me still to this day. I definitely have some that I'm like still friends with. Whether they're just like friends with benefits or somebody I dated like way in the past. So I haven't ever had a relationship end over cheating. At least not, since high school, maybe. I know I've been cheated on. I know I've cheated on women in like my early 20s. But like I didn't ever get caught, and you know, I never caught anybody. I just found out like way after the fact. So yeah, I don't know. It would be interesting to have one of them salty ass bitches on here.
Oh, God.
They love it. I think the majority of them would be like, he's a sociopath. He's a fucking sociopath. That's like their favorite fucking line.
I mean,
I'm like, I'm a fucking teddy bear. Cut it out, bitch. Cut it out. You met me. Aren't I sweet?
you've always been nice to me, so I don't have anything bad to say about that.
I was trying to get that pussy. Which is
Well,
actually,
you're
which is
still
actually,
nice.
which is actually not the way to, not the way to get pussy from a woman. Be mean to her, kick her in the shin. You're much better off.
Okay.
So I had this guy hit me up on Snapchat, and he was like, I guess he like uses steroids, and he was trying to tell me like, oh, if you didn't use this steroid or that steroid, it produces a lot of sperm. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't use steroids.
You're just naturally so buff.
I wouldn't go that fucking far. I do have natural roid rage sometimes. And he could tell that I was like, kind of like, okay, whatever, buddy. But he wrote back and was like, no, listen, even if you don't do steroids, you can take zinc pills and it will increase your sperm production. So I'm trying this. I just started yesterday and I forgot to take it today. So I'm like really good at this. Like I'm 50-50 already. But I am trying this and I am going to like report back on this because I don't have like a low sperm production. But I've had a couple girls ask me why I was going to do this. Like
That's what I'm sitting here wondering right now.
Okay, so as a man, you know, when you come, the more you come, the longer the orgasm lasts. Like that's what feels so good is the actual like the coming. Mm-hmm. So if there's more sperm, that's going to make the orgasm last longer, whether it's a few seconds or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. So that's
Okay, that makes sense.
That's my
I didn't
reasoning
think about
behind
it like that.
I will report back after I come on some bitches' faces after a week of this. He said it takes a few days.
Oh, I was gonna say it takes how long? Okay.
He said he said it should only take a few days. So if I can remember to do it tomorrow and the next day and the next day, I should know by this weekend.
I mean, you don't take just a multivitamin just anyway that would have zinc in it?
No. I take Flintstone vitamins, bitch. Back up.
Well, I'm sure zinc is in there if you do.
Okay, I don't really take Flintstone vitamins, motherfucker.
Okay, I'm just asking. I mean, I take a multivitamin every day.
I don't know what that means. Let's see what some of these people had to say. Get your reading finger out.
Okay. Oh, I had something I can read. It's just like, it's not a question. It's just kind of like an appreciation post. Post. Not a post, just a message.
Go for it.
Oh, I do want to say, I've been getting a lot of snaps from people, like our favorite girl, you know how she just sends us snaps, like talking about the podcast? I've been getting a lot of people doing that now. They send me videos of them talking about what they like about the podcast and what was funny about that episode or whatever. So it's really cool to get those from everybody. I like it. Have you been getting them too?
She showed me her pussy.
Have you been getting those videos too?
Our fan showed me her pussy. You gonna just ignore that?
You already told me that. I know.
Well, now I'm telling you on the podcast.
And it was nice, right?
She got a nice pussy. I think we should fuck her together.
Well, she didn't send me her pussy, so...
Well, you're going to have to send her your pussy now. I'm talking to her, not you.
Wait, who? Now I'm confused.
I'm talking to the girl. Okay. The fuck?
Okay.
I figured that went to both of us. It was a nice little video. Playing with herself. It was nice.
No, that didn't go to me. But have you been getting videos from other people like hers?
I got one today, actually. I did get one today. But I think that's the only other one that I've gotten.
Okay, yeah. So I've gotten a few, and I think they're really cool. So she like started something. So if you guys want to do that, like,
yeah,
I'm all for it. Like, I love. Then I can like put a face like to you, because some of you guys I talk to periodically, but I just don't know what you look like or anything, you know. So it's cool to like put a face to your name and hear where you're from. You know, some of you people are all over the world, you know, so I can hear your accents. And it's just, what do you like? What was funny? Like, I love it.
No, I'm wrong. I have had another. There was another one last week, and I think she was British. Only thing I would say to that is that if you're going to do that, if you're going to send us these things, which is cool, I love hearing that shit. Don't snap it to us. Take a video and message us. You can message it on Snap, but do it so we can save the videos and we can actually play it on the air.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you're telling us how great we are, we should play that.
Speaking of which, so here's what I was going to read. So she's talking about last episode when I said that they probably like skip over me because I'm annoying and they just listen to you.
I don't even remember that.
Oh, well, that's because you don't listen to the podcast.
I do not.
Well, I was just talking about how annoying I am because like you were saying girls like get off to the podcast and I'm like, they must skip over me because I'm annoying. And then they just listen to what you say. And so I got a lot of messages from people saying, you're not annoying, blah, blah, whatever. But then this one I thought was really nice. So, okay, it says, oh, shit, my phone just locked. Hold on. Okay.
If you had your reading figure out, that wouldn't happen.
Okay, I'm with a lot of your followers when I say you are definitely not annoying. You're adorable and hilarious. Huge fan of the podcast. I actually love how you can be timid and shy when answering certain questions about yourself. I think it really helps break the thought pattern or misconception that subs are in a sub mode all the time or when involved in a conversation about sex. And then I messaged her back and she was like, oh, I can't believe you messaged back, whatever. I've been binging the podcast for 3 weeks and I'm hooked. You are far more funny and entertaining than you realize, and that's what makes you so great. Keep it up. I fucking wish there was a strong voice and platform like this when I was younger. You and your fuckboy are absolute advocates for communication, consent, and pursuit of real sexual satisfaction.
Why didn't she message me?
I don't know. But that's nice, right? That's so nice.
It was nice towards you.
Okay, she was nice to you too. What do you mean?
But it was mostly about you. Just cheapens.
Well, maybe that's why she didn't message it to you then.
It just cheapens it. It's funny that you said that because I was actually texting with somebody today that said like literally the same thing. She was like, I wish you guys were around when I was starting to get into the whole Dom sub thing. And I texted her back and was like, when was that? She said
6 months ago. Wait, no, we were around 6 months ago. Never mind.
Yeah,
Wait, were we?
Yeah, we were.
Okay.
It's almost been a year. Jesus. Fuck. I want to find it because I want to read it word for word because I cracked the fuck up. Hold on. I mean, you can talk about something.
My demo's coming out shortly, guys. Just wait.
Sing for us.
No, you don't want to hear that.
Why not?
Did you just hear my humming skills?
Yeah, they were amazing.
Thank you.
Fuck. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this.
Did you text her that much?
No, but she texted a lot today. She basically said, I guess 10 or so years ago when I asked my friend with benefits to punch me in the face.
What? Oh my God.
I was like, yeah, that'll do it.
Did he do it though? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I just assumed.
You never ask the follow-up questions ever.
Because I don't care. If it's not about me, I really don't care too much.
I ask all. I mean, why? How many? Why? When? Where? How?
I should.
Why?
I should.
That's my favorite.
I'll ask. I hope he did. Okay, you can read this one. It's in the first set of photos. It's the one with the timestamp 2:20 in the left corner.
2:20.
The beginning of the name is 140.
Okay, yeah, I see it. You want me to read all of it, or yeah, all of it?
The whole thing, both paragraphs.
It's 2 paragraphs.
I know.
Okay, so I see some of these guys on IG claiming Dom, but looking at their pics, post, and text conversations, it leaves me thinking, what type of girl is letting you dominate them with this weak-ass shit? Now, I don't claim I'm into the whole lifestyle, but what do you think about these guys and girls who just fake this shit because it's taboo and it's cool? These guys looking and more importantly talking like they are sex gods when 99% of the women I know laugh at their attempts of sexting and their posts.
I think that's very real.
Oh yeah, it's real. That's the thing.
I see it a lot. I think it's funny. I just laugh at it. You know, it doesn't affect my life in either, any kind of way. But people definitely send me screenshots and they're like, "Is this guy fucking serious?" I think it's hysterical, honestly. The shit that I see, I laugh. Like, I don't want to go too much into it, to be honest, but it definitely cracks me up. I think it's, we've talked about before how, like, calling a guy daddy is like, it's like the new thing. And these girls will call anybody daddy, which is, fucking stupid. But they do. And it's R. Kelly's fucking fault. Not mine. Nah, but I think it's like a trend. I do think it's a trend. They'll, fuck anyone and let that, person that fucked them real good missionary for 35 and a half seconds call him daddy. So, yeah, I think it's a trend. I think it's funny. But, like, I don't know. I'm sure you see, I would assume, like, those types of dudes hit you up, no?
Oh, yeah.
They do, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some of them, are followers because they'll be like, send me nudes, bitch. And I'm like, that's not how it works.
Right.
Well, then you're not a real sub. Okay.
Right. Exactly. And that's like the biggest giveaway right there. Like, they're just blatantly disrespectful. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of guys will look at, like, texts that I'll post or something, and they'll get the impression like you can just talk to any random woman this way. Mm-hmm. And that's them taking it out of context because I'm posting, texts between me and somebody that's like a sub of mine. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, like, that's not how we met. Like, they didn't hit me up and say, hey, daddy. And I was like, shut up, you dumb bitch. Send me some fucking nudes. Like, yeah. I don't ever ask for nudes. Honestly, like, if you're going to send them, you're going to send them. Like, I get enough nudes from fucking strangers every day. I don't give a fuck about your nudes. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Like, I've seen it a lot. I've seen it a lot. Mm-hmm. And it just always cracks me up. But I think that's the biggest giveaway. And it's always the funniest, like, their little, like, reverse psychology or whatever the fuck you want to call it to try to coax girls into being like, okay, you're right. I am a sub. Let me take my clothes off. Here's a picture. Like,
yeah.
The fuck are you? Why would she send some random fucking dude because you said, send me nudes, bitch? Like, that's an ignorant mentality. Mm-hmm. So.
And whether you're a sub or you're not a sub, you're a dom, you're not a dom, don't ever ask a girl to send you something. Because I'm telling you right now, that's like instantly like a turnoff. Oh. Any respectable woman is not going to be like, okay, let me do that. Any respectable woman will not do that. If she does it, she doesn't respect herself. Plain and simple. She doesn't.
I don't think the biggest fucking whores out there would do that shit. It's just disrespectful. Like, and not like a hot disrespectful. It's just an ignorant disrespectful. Like, do you walk down the street and say, hey, bitch, send me some nudes? Like, yeah. No, of course not. You don't walk up to a woman in a bar and say anything of the sort. If you do, you're damn sure not getting laid. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, even if it's like someone like you've been fucking for a few months or something, like if she wants to send you something, she will.
Yeah, of course.
Like, don't ask for it. Like,
every time
you're annoying and you're just making her not like you.
Every single time a guy hits me up and is like, what's the best way to get nudes out of a girl? My answer is the same every time, by not asking. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to coax a girl into sending you nudes and you know how to sext and you're good with your words and you can paint her a picture that's going to fucking make her pussy instantly fucking wet, it's an art. It really is an art. But if you can, like, that's your best bet. Like, I'll make you come without even fucking, with nothing but my words. And there's probably a pretty good chance you're going to send me a picture of that or a video. So, that, in my opinion, is probably the easiest way. But you got to know, don't start off by saying anything about, bitch, send me nudes. You're not a real sub. Actually, you're not a real dom. Shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
So yeah, there we are with that. Let's see. I finally started listening to the podcast. I'm so proud of you for coming so far. I've followed you on my kink page for so long, and it's really nice to hear you guys talk about the stuff. I usually try to communicate to people through that. You have a kink page, you little freak? Mm.
You didn't look at that?
She sent it from her personal account.
Oh.
Thank you. That was very nice. I feel like, like I put it out every week. I'm like, hey, we're taking questions for the podcast. And the worst part about it is like, I'm getting questions from people that don't listen to the podcast, because if you listen to the podcast, half of what they send is shit we've already talked about. Some of it very recently.
Yeah. I feel like, well, I feel like whenever I post anything and I'm looking for something specific, like I need questions or what did you think about this or whatever, it's like everyone like that replies, I would say about 30% of it is relevant. 70% is like, has nothing to do with what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Here's one for you. Other than vibrators and porn, what do girls most get off on?
I don't think I'm the best person to answer this.
The correct answer is my podcast, bitches. I think if you know how to sext, if you know how to stimulate a chick mentally, I think, a lot of women enjoy, getting off that way. But I can't speak for all women, so I don't really fucking know. But you are a woman, so you should know somewhat.
I feel like I'm weird.
Oh, let's explore that. Let's explore this. Why do you think you're weird?
It's not like as interesting as you probably think that it is.
I'll make it interesting and go.
I get off like the best, and what I do most of the time is I don't use anything. I don't even use my hands. I don't do anything. I don't use a toy. I don't do anything.
We're gonna need you to explain that.
I don't know how to explain it. That's the thing.
You could show me right now if you want.
No, it's like literally I can like, if I just like rub on something, that's all I have to do. Like if I'm at work and I like just sit and I like rub on my chair, like I'll get off.
Okay, that's doing something.
But I mean, like, I'm not using anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not using my hands. I don't have a toy. Like, I'm just rubbing on something.
Well, the first thing that popped into my head when you said it was she must be rubbing on something, which I assume you started at a young age.
I did, but it's worked for me for so long, and it works so quick. Like, I can do it in, like, 30 seconds, maybe, or less.
Can you do it on the podcast?
No, I'm not doing it on the podcast.
I don't think I'm alone when I say that we would all have to witness this. What about in front of the doctor next week? Will you do it in front of him?
No, I'm not doing it.
Dude, he's a doctor. What are you doing? Like, you got to sell yourself. Come on.
Sell myself? What do you mean?
Not in that sense. I mean, like, make yourself desirable.
Am I not just naturally like that?
Yes, but, it'd be better if you rub one. He's a doctor. The motherfucker got money. You rub one out on the corner of your bed real quick in front of him. I think he'd probably really enjoy that.
Oh, okay. I'll think about it.
Help me help you. It's basically what this comes down to.
He needs to turn me into a vampire first, and then I'll do it.
How the fuck is he going to do that?
He's a vampire. He should know.
Where did the whole vampire thing come from? Because I saw that and I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Why is he talking like Dracula? Why is there an emoji of him being Dracula? Like, what is going on here?
Because you said he's from New Orleans, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's where it came from, right there.
Yeah, okay. Now I got it.
Like, he's a vampire. So turn me, and then I'll get off on the corner of my bed if that's what you want.
That's definitely what I want.
Okay.
Let us know about the therapist. I got a feeling you guys are going to want to do that, and I think that's cool. I think it'll be fun. And whatever else you want to let us know about, I don't fucking know. Have at it.
Oh my God, I forgot what I was saying for a second. Sweet dreams, nighty night. dream of that pussy being tight.
Best episode ever.
2019 is like the best.
We're off on the right track.
It's going great.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see you next week. And remember, always be a good girl for daddy. Bye-bye.